All right, good afternoon. Hi, everybody. It is Friday, which means that at the Robin's Nest, first of all, it's time for TRN Live. And second of all, it means that we are going to be working on our vocal agility today. I'm so excited. We are working on vocal agility in patterns today. Okay, so we're going to be doing different patterns that just promote motion in the voice. Of course, we're going to start training after we warmed up. We'll get into some agility training exercises. But before we do all that, say what's up. Hi, how are you? I would love to greet you. If you're watching me on Instagram or you're watching me on YouTube, I would love to say hello. So feel free, say what's up in the chat so I can say it back to you. Yes, because we're warming up our voices today, I always got to make sure that, we lay the ground rules, all right? Because, if you're gonna do this with me, there are just a couple of things you got to make sure that you promise me. Number one, and this is the most important of all, I would say, if you're going to warm up and train with me today, you have to promise me that if anything in your voice hurts or feels strained, that you will stop, okay? Just stop, okay? Singing should not hurt, shouldn't be painful. It shouldn't be super detrimentally uncomfortable to the point where again, you're experiencing pain or experiencing extreme discomfort. So if you start to feel that, just give it a rest. Come back to the video later on. If you're watching me on YouTube, and even if you're watching me on Instagram, all these exercise lives and things that we do on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, they are saved on the YouTube channel. So if you go to the Robin's Nest YouTube, you can come back to any video that we've done, right? So again, if you feel pain, just stop, come back to it later, come back to it another time. Let's see, number two. If you are a lower voice, I am a higher voice, so I want you to feel very free to do the exercises an octave below me. And then in general, as we go up and down through range, if anything gets to be too high for you or anything gets to be too low for you, just wait for us to come back within your range, okay? Don't force it, don't push it if it's outside of your range. Let's see, is there anything else? Grab some water. And for today's set of exercises, you also will need a piece of paper towel. This will make sense in a little bit, but if you are going to be working out with me today, you're going to need a paper towel. So go grab yourself a paper towel. Okay, it could be half, it could be, it could be the full length if you want, but go grab yourself a paper towel. We're going to make some use of that at some point today. All right, so before we get into it, as always, just let me make sure that you know who I am and what this is all about and who I'm all about. Right? I messed that up completely, but my name is Ashley Robin. I'm a producer, I'm a singer, songwriter, and musicianship coach, which basically means that everything that helps you be fully the music creator that you desire to be, whether that's vocal, songwriting, ear training, or production, I am your girl. I can help you in all those areas. I've got 2 degrees in music. I've been singing music and studying music for about 18 years now, and I've been teaching other folks how to make music and about music for about 13 years now. I'm a signed artist. I've worked with other labeled artists. I've sung background vocals for live television broadcasts, live concerts in legendary spaces like the Apollo Theater in New York City, where I am from. Live recordings, I get called for studio sessions, and I also get called upon to run rehearsals as vocal director for events and live recordings. I own the Robin's Nest, which is a virtual academy for artists and musicians just like you who are serious about succeeding at the craft. I've coached folks that work with people like Pharrell, Lana Del Rey, Burna Boy, and guess what? Today, I am your coach too. The Robin's Nest is all about creating a safe space to grow. That's what this is all about. I'm super glad you're joining me today. And just in case you don't know the schedule, I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Mondays, we do sing-along vocal warm-ups together that promote vocal health. I also do Q&A as well. Wednesday is ear training day. So if you love my ear training content, etc., Wednesday is your day. And on Friday, we warm up as well, but we focus a bit more on vocal agility. Okay. So again, we're doing vocal agility training today. Focus is on patterns. So let's get into it. Let's get into it as usual. Just start to stretch your body, roll your shoulders, try to get at whatever tension might be happening. Okay, you can follow me or you can freestyle it, you know, but just make sure that you're targeting what will get the tension out of the neck, out of the chest, out of the shoulders, at the back, all the places, okay? Also, I'm sitting because I have to play the keyboard for us, but if you want to get the best results, I would highly recommend that you stand up. Stand up with your feet shoulder width apart, everything aligned. But if you have to sit like I do, just make sure that both of your feet are on the floor. Make sure that they are also shoulder width apart, and just align everything. So hips, shoulders, head, everything in alignment as much as possible. All right, cool. Let's take our head over the left shoulder and hold it. Good. Other side. How's your week been? Let me know in the comments. I can't believe it's already Friday. It's crazy. Good. Chin to chest. Okay, and let's look up at the ceiling. Take your hand in the center of the chest, pull down. Take your tongue, try to touch your nose. Okay, release that. Now, grab your paper towel. Okay, I told you that if you were gonna do warm-ups with me today, you needed to grab yourself a paper towel. So go grab a paper towel if you haven't already. All right, and so this is what we're going to do. We're gonna stretch out our tongue a little bit more. When we tried to touch our tongue with our, tried to touch our nose with our tongue. Hello to Malaysia from New York City. So glad you're hanging out with me today. So let's take our paper towel. We're gonna fold it. Okay, and I haven't done this in front of a microphone, but basically I'm gonna fold the paper towel around the tip of the tongue, right? So let me turn the music down a little bit. Okay, so you're gonna take your paper towel and you're gonna fold it, because once I do it, I'm not gonna be able to explain anymore. But we're gonna fold it around the tongue, and then we're just gonna apply, like, don't pull your tongue, but just allow the light pressure that's gonna be automatically created just from you know, holding on to your tongue. Allow that to stretch the tongue down a little bit, okay? So I'm gonna do my best to try to do this with you and also explain it. But go ahead and wrap your tongue in the paper towel. Holding your tongue. Good, come out. Good. And we're just gonna slide, so So we're gradually getting rid of tongue tension. Let's grab our tongue again. I mean, hopefully you didn't release your tongue, but grab your tongue. And this time we're gonna just create a small bend in the tongue, just like a, Maddie Tarbuck's called it a rainbow. Okay, so like just bend your tongue a little bit and make a rainbow with your tongue. All right, so wrap the tongue in the paper towel. And then just bend it a little. Yeah. And I just hold it. Bend it. A little longer. Good. You can let it go now. So you should notice, especially if you deal with tongue tension a lot, you should notice that like this whole area feels a lot lighter and a lot looser. And so the beauty about tongue stretches is that you can take a moment to do them if at any point you feel tension in your jaw, tension in your tongue, like at the root of your tongue, because that tension actually does make vocal agility harder. Right? A lot of times we are not able to execute the runs and the things that we'd like to do because we've just got so much built up tension here. But stretching your tongue before you train, before you sing, before you perform will absolutely help make that a bit easier for you. Okay, cool. Let's get into vocalization. All right, we're going to turn down the beats, though they are our favorite. We're going to tap in, lock in a little bit. All right, so as normal, we're going to start with a hum, and the hum will be at the distance of a third. We're going to do a major third hum, okay? Let's do it, and nice and easy. Up and down. Couple more. Last one. Back down. Good. Hopefully you experience that being nice and steady for you. If you're not experiencing stability in your vocal, it could be just a discrepancy with the way that you're breathing, right? Are you engaging your core? Are you taking deep singing breaths? All that good stuff. All of that could uncover why you may or may not be experiencing stability as you sing. So just be mindful of that. Hello there, Ilanga Shanice. It's good to see you, if you're still there. All right, cool. Let's do our next exercise. The next exercise, yeah. Okay, we are going to get into some lip trills. Okay. So the pattern will be, just a quick. In fact, we'll do an octave jump. So, join me. time for me. Good. Last one. Coming down. I'm so good at keyboard. I'm so good at playing the piano. Okay, let's see. So we did hum, we did lip trills. We didn't do our usual dissension, but let's do it on puffy cheeks today. We're gonna do a arpeggio dissension. Okay, we're gonna go down the keyboard, so it's gonna sound like this. Okay, when you do the puffy cheeks, just make sure that your cheeks remain inflated and also that air is coming through. So don't like go like trying not to breathe out. Definitely breathe out through your lips. So try to mimic me as closely as you can and down. I like to breathe into the mic to emphasize the fact that air should totally be coming out of your mouth. Don't choke yourself. Wonderful. All right, so your voice should be feeling very like light and fluffy at this point. I hope that it is, because that's what a warm-up is supposed to do. We're bringing our voice up out of the ashes. Right? Let's do our vocal cord closure exercise. So we. Okay? Here we go. We. Maybe just we. Let's do that. right, now we're going to descend the keyboard, but we're going to connect just similarly to the last exercise that we did. So, wee, wee, wee. Wee, wee, wee. And making sure that the sound is not wee, 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 but that the sound is full. Wee, wee, wee. And controlled. Noise. All right, one more exercise for relaxation purposes. Okay, so we are going to drop the jaw. Just let it hang open. Let your mouth just hang open like this. Okay, and we're gonna do ascending 5-note pattern. Saying the name Louis, but not moving your lips or your jaw. Just move your tongue. It's gonna sound like this. La, 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 la. Okay, so align your head. Just take a moment to check your posture. Okay, if you see me looking down, it's because I am an amazing keyboardist. And, you know, I have to look at my fingers when I play. But you make sure that your chin is level. Okay? So, jaw the jaw. La, 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 la. La, la. Oops. La, 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 la. Like tension relief or release, I should say. So la, 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 la. the vocal agility part. Hi, Forrest. I thought I would see you eventually. Okay, cool beans. So let's get into what we came here to do. We came here to practice our vocal agility. So we're going to drop the beat in just a moment. But you know what? I got to make sure that if you are, rocking with the Robin's Nest, that you know what's happening. So we're going to just take a moment to do our Robin's Nest announcements. Yeah. All right, here we go. So super duper quick. I gotta make sure that you are aware. Modes Workshop Live is coming. In fact, it is here. And in fact, the doors are almost closing. If you want to be part of an experience that is absolutely positively going to change your ear for the better forever, you want to be with me at Modes Workshop Live, okay? We are doing an 8-week deep dive into all the modes of the major scale. We're going to talk about how to use them, when to use them, how they can be a huge benefit to your creativity as a songwriter, as a producer, as an arranger, as a vocalist, as an instrumentalist. We're going to be going through how the modes of the major scale can open you up to so many creative possibilities. Your music will never be the same. So, Modes Workshop Live starts Tuesday, September the 23rd. Doors close, and I'm talking about close, on September the 22nd, 11:59 p.m. Eastern. I do not know when I'm going to offer this class again. So if you want to learn modes with me, there's so many ways out there to learn modes. But if you're following me, I'm assuming you do appreciate the way that I teach modes. So if you want to learn modes with me, like face to face, you want to be a part of Modes Workshop Live. Okay, so the link is in my description. If you want to check it out, link is in my profile on Instagram, or go on any of my posts and just leave the comment MWL, and I will send you a link that has all the information that you need. Okay, that's number one. Let's see. I think the dates are still wrong on this. But number 2, Better Ear Bootcamp is happening September the 30th. So ignore this. September the 30th through October the 2nd. It is coming right on back. So if you want to train your ear with essential skills that will make you better and help you thrive at music, then you want to join me for Better Ear Bootcamp. It's a 3-day virtual event. You're going to get so much insight from it, and it's only $20 for the 3 days. So join me. Link is in my description. Link is in my profile, etc., etc. Okay. And yeah, the Nest Workshop Series. If you want to be part of the workshops that I teach each and every month, then you want to join the Nest Workshop Series. And you can subscribe to the Nest Workshop Series for as little as $0, baby. Now, you won't get as many perks if you do the free version, but at least you'll get the information, right? So if you want to keep learning with the Robin's Nest, the Nest is where you want to be. Sign up for the Nest Workshop Series. Link is in my description. And if you're watching me on Instagram, the link is in my profile. All right. And, all right, cool. But that's it. Those are our Robin's Nest announcements. And so now we're going to get to the agility part. Let's do it. Okay, so let's drop the beat, because as I always say, we don't do boring around here. We don't do boring. We don't do, me, right? We try to keep things lively. So this is the beat that we're working with today. All right. So we're going to start slow. Okay. Just a pattern. A scalar pattern. Let's do it slowly to get it together. All right. I'm multitasking, so it's like I am like here and also here. Okay. Cool. All right, cool. So this is the pattern, right? We're gonna go. Okay. That's the pattern. answer would be na. Clear out those cobwebs. Na. Woo. Na. That's hard. Let's turn it down. Let's turn the pace down a little bit. Slow it down. Okay. I think this would be more manageable for us right now. Okay. So it would be na. Okay. Na. That's the pattern. Na. Na. Try to control it. Ooh, one more time for me. Cool, cool. And Are you with me? Na. Na. And Na. 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 One more time. Na. Okay, I'm actually going to grab my paper towel again, because as what happens with vocal agility, right, as you're practicing your agility, your tongue can start to get really tense. So I'm going to pull my tongue. If you want to do it too, you got your paper towel, you want to do it too, go for it. I'm going to hold my tongue with this hand. I'm going to do the exercise like this. Okay. Na, like that. Na, na, ooh, na, that was much better. There it is. One more time. One more time. Good. Okay, hold on. You're holding your tongue. Give me a slide. Slide with me. Ooh. Okay. That stretch is so clutch. It's so daggone clutch. Let's go down. I'm gonna go down the keyboard now. Same pattern. So. Time for me. Na, and Uh-huh. Na. And na. One more time. Na. Good. And na. There it is. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's do another pattern. It's okay for us. No worries. All right. Let's do another pattern. Let's go. That's a pattern. Slow it down again. So it's then let's go up slow first and time speed it up speed it up. One more time. Let's do speed it up. And up. Speed it up. And again. With vocal agility training, sometimes it can be hit or miss, right? So it can be sometimes you get it and you get it like spot on, and then sometimes you got to do it again, do it a couple more times to get it really baked into the vocal folds, you know? it's normal. Yeah. So, don't feel any sense of intimidation or any sense of like, shame about it being hit or miss, right? We're training the voice. Okay. Let's do, what time is it? 12:47. Let's do one more pattern. What should the pattern be? See if I can make one up. That sounds like Christmas music. I don't like it. Let's do. Mixolydian maybe? Yeah? In fact, why don't we do some call and response? Okay? So I'm feeling a little mixolydian right now. So let's do some mixolydian call and response, okay? All right. Let's do it. So. Go. Uh-huh. Go. Okay. Uh-huh. Do that and go ahead. All right. Do that. Uh-huh. Go. All right. Do that. Go. Go. All right, let's take it up. Do that. Uh-huh. Okay. Go. 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 And up. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Go up. Good. Go. Go ahead. All right, so okay, I'm gonna make it longer by combining them. Right? So got it? Here we go. And go. Yeah. Go. One more time. Go. Down. If you want to make that longer, it would be like you. Right? But once you know the scale, you can pretty much move back and forth in and out, right? So that's why part of the thing about vocal agility is literally the muscle, right? Training your actual muscles to move that fast. But then the other part is knowing the scales. If you don't know the scales, you won't be able to move agile, right, throughout whatever sound you would like to make, right? So the more scales you know, the more agility you can have, because you're not going to be thinking about what you need to do, right? The more adept you are at scales, the less trouble you're going to have doing all types of riffs and runs, right? So if you really want to bring up your vocal agility, there's two things you got to do. You got to work the muscle, which is what we've been doing on Fridays. You got to work the muscle. And then number two, you got to train that ear. So that brings me back to Mo's Workshop Live. If you would like to train your ear to hear so much more of what's possible in music, pull on those really adventurous notes and do the stuff that you admire in other people's ears and the way that they sing and the way that they improvise, you want to join me for Mo's Workshop Live. Okay, this is not a conversation just for musicians or the musical elite or for overzealous music nerds, but this discussion and these techniques can absolutely supercharge your creativity and change the way that you function in music forever for the better. So doors close September 22nd. If you want to be part of Mo's Workshop Live, you've got to hurry, because number one, I don't have room for everyone. Seats are limited. And number two, I don't know when I'm going to teach this again. So if you want to learn modes from me, you want to supercharge your ear, and you want to, have the ear that you're always admiring in other people, then you want to join me for Mo's Workshop Live. But with that being said, we're going to cool down because our training for today is over. I hope that your voice is feeling nice and agile and smooth and beautiful. I hope that you feel like singing now. Okay. And so, as always, tell me in the chat if you hung out with me and you did the whole warm up and all the training, How does your voice feel? Okay, if you're watching the replay, tell me in the comments, how does your voice feel? Okay, and so right now we are going to cool down. So if you have a singing straw or you've got a Dr. Vox like me, you can grab that. If not, you can do this on lip trills. You can also do it on puffy cheeks like we did earlier, okay? But we are going to, as is the Robin's Nest, custom, I suppose, at this point, we are going to cool down by major 7 chord. So it's going to sound like this. All right. So if you are doing lip trills, it's going to sound like this. If you're doing puffy cheeks, it's going to sound like this. Okay, and if you have a singing straw or you have a Dr. Vox like me, you can get into your bottle and it's going to sound like this. Oh, God. Sorry, everyone. Oh my gosh. Thanks for y'all patience. More. Last one. Okie dokie smoky. You should feel so delightfully refreshed. I hope that you do. I hope that through our time together, you are feeling a lot more ready to sing, because that's what this is all about. This is all about, creating a space for you to grow vocally, for you to, start to master the techniques that you desire to master. That's what the Robin's Nest is all about. We're not about perfection or anything like that, but it's just about doing the work and seeing the increase in skill over time. And if we're diligent, if we are persistent, if we are consistent, it's not going to take forever. You know what I'm saying? We'll see those improvements in our voices and in the way that we sing, the way that we write, the way that we produce, the way that we hear music, all that sort of stuff. Those improvements are not far away. So I just want to encourage you, if you are on a journey of improving your voice and getting better at, singing and making music, etc., keep going. Stay consistent, right? And the Robin's Nest is here to help. I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Again, if you don't know the schedule, every Monday we do sing-along warm-ups together that promote vocal health. I also do vocal Q&A that day. So if you have any vocal technique questions, that's the day to bring them. Just drop them in the chat on a Monday. On Wednesday, we do ear training. So we focus on improving our ear. We do exercises, to help us recognize things that happen regularly in music so that we can respond to them better as musicians. And then on Fridays, like today, we focused more on vocal agility. So about training the muscle to move faster, okay? But like I said, ear training and physical training are both married to each other in the subject of vocal agility. Because if your voice can move fast, but you can't hear where to go, what good is it? And that's just me being frank. If your voice is able to move very quickly, but you cannot hear where you're supposed to go, you're not really going to be saying much. You know what I'm saying? So that's why ear training and all of it is just so important. So again, if you want to do these exercises again, every single Robin's Nest Live that I have done and will do, you can find on my YouTube channel. So if you go to the Robin's Nest YouTube, there's a plethora now of videos that you can do to be working on these skills as often as you would like. My whole point in doing this is creating a resource that you can access. Okay, so on YouTube, it's all there. And if you're watching me on Instagram, I would totally appreciate you subscribing to the YouTube. What are the benefits? Well, the benefits of subscribing to the YouTube is that you can see when the upcoming lives are going to be. That's a great thing. You'll know more in advance when I'm going live and, all that other good stuff. Okay. And also when I drop new videos, all that good stuff too. So yeah, if you want, no pressure, but if you want to, find me on YouTube, and there you'll have the entire library of Robin's Nest Live videos that I've done so far. All right. So again, like I said, I hope that your voice is feeling wonderful. I hope that you have a great Friday, a great day, a great everything. And honestly, I don't even know how it's Friday already again. And it's very jarring. But nonetheless, here we are. But yeah, have a great weekend. I will see you all on Monday. For those of you who are thinking about signing up for Mode's workshop, hurry up. Doors close on Monday. I don't want you to miss out. Do not miss out on this opportunity to increase your creativity. It's going to be so good for your ear. Okay? All right, y'all. Until next time, this has been the Robin's Nest Live. I have been